so happy you're here. In this last week, I have had some pretty exciting things happen. I have had packages go out to 3 different states, which has been so cool. None of them are Utah based. I had one go out to New Jersey, one to Maryland, and one to Ohio. So that was so fun. And the one to New Jersey was my biggest order yet. Someone ordered 6 candles for me, which I was just shocked by. While I was packing those orders up, I noticed I wish I had something like a note card or something to write on to send just a little note, a thank you, something like that. I actually went to TJ Maxx and tried to pick something up. I wanted to do something that was a little cuter than just a plain index card. So I ended up finding these, which I thought were just absolutely so adorable. It came with this like grocery list one, which I'll just put on my fridge, which would be great. But this works out perfectly because it just has a short little thing that I can write to people and it just rips off super easy. So for people who are ordering in the future, you might be getting one of these because I just love writing little notes and it just feels so special to me every time someone orders something. Anyways, as we talked about last week, our market on Saturday got canceled because of the weather, and we have a market that we've signed up for this weekend, but again, it's supposed to rain, so I'm really hoping that it doesn't get rained out because I kind of depend on these markets to make money. It's really my main source of income for this business so far is markets. So when they get canceled and I have nothing else scheduled, kind of it's just a big bummer because I have all this inventory that I worked on that's just gonna sit there. Anyways, I'm really hoping that this market doesn't get rained out. I feel like my apartment is kind of dark today, which maybe you can't tell on camera, but for me it's just like very gloomy. So I'm feeling a little unmotivated to get things done. All I want to do is just sit down and read. But anyways, I'm really hoping that the market goes well. I'm actually really excited for it because it's going to be one of the most themed markets we've been to. This market is going to be, it's a pumpkin palooza, and it's going to be this giant market, and they're going to have all these different things that people can do, and there's going to be a zombie walk at 2. Not exactly sure what it is, but there'll be that, and there's going to be lots of stuff for kids to do and lots of different activities and not just vendors. So I think that'll be super fun. I don't know if that's going to help or hurt sales, if it's helpful to have more things there or if it takes away from people going over to the vendors. But either way, it's gonna be so fun and I'm actually so excited for it. Over here is kind of my work in process station, things I just need to fix or give out. So this wax, I accidentally opened it upside down. So I need to retape it and flip it so that I can open it up because otherwise the wax will just go everywhere. So that's a work in progress. My mom actually got some of our fall candles to do giveaways for her murder mystery. That was super kind of her. So I packed these up yesterday. I just picked 4 of our fall candles. So I did apple cider donut, apple harvest, pumpkin spice buttercream, and harvest moon, which honestly, those are all so good. Not that I'm biased or anything because it's my own brand, but each of those is honestly so good and I burn them all the time. I was really excited when she wanted those for her prizes for her murder mystery. Anyways, next over here you can see I have a bunch of my labels, but honestly my labels have been driving me a little bit crazy lately. Not how they look, I just have so many of them. I'm constantly buying more, and I have ones for summer, I have ones for fall, I have ones for winter, I have ones for wax melts. So I just feel like trying to find labels is so annoying and painful, honestly. So I set those to the side because I'm gonna try to look for an accordion file, one of these things, so that I can hopefully label the actual spot that they are and move to it. Because with these right now, I've tried doing an alphabetical order before, but honestly it just kind of takes forever to do it that way, and that also means that the fall scents are mixed up and the summer scents are mixed up, things like that. So if I'm only making fall candles for the day, I have to go through the whole stack in alphabetical order versus just keeping them together, if that makes sense at all. But anyways, I just set that to the side because that needs to get fixed ASAP because every time I do it, it like annoys me. And that's something I can fix so easily. So that's on my to-do list of things to do. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I completely transformed my candle room with fall decorations. So there are just a few little leftover things that I had, but honestly it's kind of hard to decorate for fall in here because everything is like a work surface or used for something, but I had to do it for fall. I also poured some candles yesterday. I did some apple harvest and pumpkin spice buttercream. Honestly, these are some of my favorites to pour. They smell so good. I also wanted to talk about something that happened last week that kind of is maybe a discussion point I want to hit on a little bit. But if you are going to be a small business owner, I feel like it is so important for you to have thick skin. It's something that I didn't realize before as much, but it's really been instilled in me just from starting a couple months ago. But the thing is, even if you have the best product in the world, not everyone's gonna like it. That's just the truth. Everyone has different opinions, preferences, things like that. So you have to be ready for people to not like your products and not take it personally. So that's something I feel like I've gotten better at for sure. But I've had people come by the table and smell a certain scent and go, go, oh, I do not like that. That is not good at all. And you just have to let it roll off your back because other people will come up and smell it and say, oh, this is amazing. So you really just have to roll with whatever people say. I bring this up because when we went to the Collective last week, which is where I have some of my candles full time, there were some girls at my booth and they didn't know I was the owner, but I was just kind of standing waiting around for them to be finished smelling so that I could take stock of all the inventory. But there were some girls there, they were smelling my candles, and some of the reactions might have been hurtful if I didn't take it personally. For example, one of the girls smelled my fresh linen candle and she was just like, ugh, that smells just like dryer sheets. So, which, yes, that is how the candle smells. It smells a lot like laundry detergent, dryer sheets, that kind of scent. So that's just a little PSA. If you're wanting to start a small business, just be aware. People are probably gonna say some questionable things to you at times, but don't take it personally because your brand should reflect who you are, what you like, what you would buy personally. And if you stick with that, there are gonna be people out there that really relate and resonate with that and just appreciate you. And that's way more important to build a strong core community of people versus trying to please every single person and not feeling like you have a solid business because you don't know what decisions to make because everyone likes things so different. Does that make sense at all? Sorry, that was just kind of a random rant. All right, I want to write a little test note on one of my new pages, so let's see how it looks. Let's see. How does that look? Oh, who wrote that? I did want to give a cute little living room tour. It's not completely finished. I'm always going to be making little changes to it, but we just got a new couch. This is the couch that you guys saw in my intro. I think it is so cute. Sorry, it's also like really dark in here. The camera makes it look a lot brighter than it is, but it's just the perfect couch. I did this cute little setup right here, and I have Harvest Moon right there for now. So that's the one that I've been lighting when I read at night. Then if you turn this way, we have our nice TV and a pile of blankets. I just think it's so cute. So yeah, I'm trying to film a little bit more in different parts of my apartment. I know I show our candle studio 99% of the time, but yeah, I hope you guys like seeing just little snippets of my apartment. I will say one thing that's difficult about having a YouTube channel with our apartment is we live in a basement apartment actually. I don't know if you guys knew that, probably because I showed the window wells, but yeah, we live in a basement apartment, so it doesn't get as much natural light as maybe some other apartments. So I'm very strategic of when I'm filming to make sure that it's when it's nice and bright and natural light because I know that's gonna look the best. Today is also Amazon Prime Day. I did notice that some of the boxes that I've had in my Amazon cart that I was going to buy, those are on sale. Because I talked about it last week how when I'm sending out one candle, the white boxes that I have right there are just a little bit too big and I feel like it makes the shipping more expensive than it needs to be. And I don't want to have to pay for that and I don't want you guys to have to pay for that. So I'm going to purchase some smaller boxes from Amazon. If you guys know of a good business or manufacturer who sell boxes in lower quantities, please let me know. So many places want you to buy on the low end at least 100 boxes, and for me, I'm not sending out that many candles. I prefer to order in quantities of maybe 25, something that just won't drain my bank account so fast. So if you guys have anyone that you really love, please let me know. I want to apply to this market for November, and I was filling out the questionnaire. They do one thing that irks me so bad. They have an application fee, which some markets do. Maybe in your area, every place has an application fee, but where I am in Utah, it's more of an uncommon thing. It's just frustrating because you have to pay the application fee, which is around $35. Which I don't understand what that money is really going towards. But if you do get in, then that money doesn't go towards your booth fee. If they say your booth fee is only $80, it's not. It's $115 because you have to include the application fee. And if you don't get in, then that's $35 out of your pocket. So that kind of like turns me away from some markets. I don't know for sure if I'm going to do this one. I just think it's a waste of money. If you're gonna have an application fee, have it be like $5. So anyways, that's what I was working on, but I might take a break from it because I don't know if I'm actually gonna do the market or not. I did end up going online and I purchased some more wicks and some more tins and some more boxes, so there goes all my money. But anyways, I think now I'm actually gonna take a break from working. I've done lots of little things that I've needed to get done today, and I only have a few more candle tins left. So I think I'm actually gonna take a break, and I really want to paint my nails. They're just so plain and boring right now, and I really want them to be a fun fall color or just something cute, especially because I film so much with my hands for Instagram and YouTube. They're always in shot. It'd be nice if they had a little bit of nail polish on them. Later tonight, I really want to go to this free Halloween thing. There's this place in Utah and it's called Gardner Village, and they do a little, I don't know what you call it, it's called Witch Fest, but basically all around all the little shops that they have, they put out witches, little decorations, things like that, and it's free. So I'll probably make my husband take me there tonight because it sounds really fun. I also today I'm going to upload the footage that I've taken and start editing because I have a very busy weekend this week. On Saturday, of course, we have the market that's going to be pretty much all day. And then the day after that, we're actually hosting a murder mystery at our apartment. So it's really important to me that I get this footage uploaded and start editing it ASAP because I'm not going to have as much time this weekend. And last week I had to edit 50% of my video on Sunday. So that always takes a while. Okay, my shirt is my mom's from when she was younger. My black shirt is thrifted, pants are Old Navy, and shoes are thrifted as well. Alright, good morning. It's Friday, the day before the market. I will say I'm getting a little nervy about it because it's supposed to rain a ton tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm hoping for the best and I think it will be fun. I did want to mention too, so normally every market that I've been to has just been a vendor market. There hasn't really been anything else going on, but this is a whole fall event and the vendors are just part of it. They have a bunch of other stuff. So they sent out the schedule yesterday and I'm kind of laughing at some of the things that they're going to be doing. They're going to be doing professional wrestling matches, a beard contest, flash mob, zombie walk, costume contest, pie eating contest, largest pumpkin weighed, a pumpkin drop, and they're also going to be doing like pumpkin thigh squishing contest, chugging contest, pumpkin bowling. So I think it'll be super fun. Really hope the rain doesn't ruin it. Along with that, I'll kind of show you. Last night I kind of just started putting together some stuff that I'd need to have for the market. So even though it looks kind of messy, it's actually pretty organized. If you do markets, I highly recommend having one of these bags. This is just my catch-all bag. This is where I put tape, scissors, markers, pens, magnets, anything that you think you could need. I keep everything in here so that if I'm ever missing something, it's super easy to find where it is. Then this is just all my extra signage. Strawberry bag has my tablecloth and runners on there. That's my banner. And then this, I don't know if I've showed you guys this, but I take this to every single market. I actually don't know if I've showed you guys this yet. So normally my husband will take the payment and while he's doing that, I'll grab a bag. I always have my sticker on the front, so that's why I packed some of them up so that I could do that when we get there. But basically I just take this bag and then I grab some tissue paper, wrap it up, and then I'll place in our thank you and care cards. And that just kind of makes it easier for people to carry the candles around. This is all packed up, ready to go. And I will just keep this right next to me. So I'll just bend down and grab the stuff as I need it to wrap it up. All right, and then we have one last thing that I needed to grab. This giant bag of candy. So they're going to be doing trick-or-treating for the kids tomorrow, so all the vendors are going to be bringing candy. This has 280 pieces in it, but I am a little worried it's not going to be enough. We're just going to go with this because honestly this was $25, something like that, so I don't really want to spend another $25. But this we will be bringing with us. And I have a simple little bucket too that I'm gonna put it in, so that will be nice and cute. The last thing that I wanted to show is I got some more boxes. I was talking about how I wanted to get smaller ones. So I ended up picking up these. I believe these are 6x4x4 and the normal boxes that I use are 8x6x6. So quite a big difference. This will be perfect for sending one candle or maybe a couple wax melts. I haven't used them yet, so I'm not 100% sure what they'll look like, but I know that they'll fit at least one candle. This is helpful not only for me, but for people who buy because then it lowers your shipping costs because the package is smaller, it'll weigh less, and I won't have to pack it with as much stuff. So let's put one together, see how it looks. Okay, folding that was not bad at all. And actually this is perfect timing because these boxes came in yesterday and then this morning I got an order for a candle. The order that I got for today was for one Harvest Moon candle, so I think this will fit that perfectly. I'm gonna make sure to send this off in the next hour or so because it's Friday, so I want to send it off as soon as possible so that they can get it started before the weekend happens, which is normally when shipping is slower. So before I send off that package, what I want to do is just clear off my work table so that I can pack it on here. These candles just need to be trimmed and labeled, so I'm just going to do that really fast. Alright, so I just got back from the post office, so I think I'm going to end the video here because the rest of my day today is pretty much just going to be editing this video so that I can get it out on Monday. But anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting me. I love you guys. I'll see you next week.